Hello everyone, I am Assistant Professor Rushali Ahir, and from today we are going to start your syllabus of fermentation technology part 2nd, which is included in your second semester. Your first chapter, which is included in this course of MB 345, is solid state fermentation and submerged fermentation. So before moving towards the topic, one should have the brief introduction about the fermentation process. Now, fermentation is the chemical transformation of organic substances into simplex compound by the action of enzymes, complex organic catalysts, which are produced by organisms such as yeast, molds, or bacteria. Or in simple language, fermentation is nothing but conversion of sugars into acids and alcohols in the anaerobic condition. Now, fermentation is completely carried out in anaerobic condition or in the absence of oxygen. Now, we will have a short introduction to solid state fermentation and submerged fermentation. Then, we will actually see the differences, advantages, and disadvantages of both the process. So, the fermentation process can be classified into two types depending on the substrates used. Here, the substrates are nothing but the nutrients which are used to enrich the growth of desired microorganisms, or desired microbial growth is carried out by supplying the proper nutrients, and these nutrients can be supplied in two different forms, either in solid forms or in liquid forms. So depending on the substrate used, the fermentation process is classified in two different forms. One is your solid state fermentation, which is also known as SSF, and second type is submerged fermentation, which is also known as SMF. So why does there was need to classify the fermentation process in both the forms? Now, development of these processes have lead to the industrial level production or increased the industrial level production of different types of products. Now, there may be the production of different types of antibiotics or enzymes, then antioxidants or anti-tumor agents, and different types of bioactive substances have been produced today at the industrial level, which have led the improvement in the development process of such products. And nowadays, the production of such products can be carried out at the faster rate, in the less time, and even in the less cost, by using different types of microbial strains at the fermentation levels. Now, each microorganisms, they may be fungi or bacteria, different types of yeast and molds are also used at the fermentation level or at the industrial levels, and each organism has the different metabolic rate, and these metabolism exhibited in those microorganisms is different in solid state fermentation and submerged fermentation. And it is completely based on the intake of the nutrients and release of the desired product or released of the materials caused by the microorganisms. Now we will study one by one. First we will see the solid state fermentation. Now solid state fermentation has been defined as the fermentation process occurring in the absence or near absence of the free water utilizing the solid substrates. Now the name itself indicates the medium is in the solid state. Here we are using different types of agars or different types of solid substrates are used as a nutrient for the growth of microorganism, which contains no water or water content in those nutrients is very low, and such type of solid state fermentation process is used in various industries like food industries, pharmaceutical industries, cosmetics and fuel, as well as textile industries also. And such type of technique is selected for the growth of microorganisms which required less moisture for their growth and to carry out their proper metabolic processes. And this technique of solid state fermentation is an alternative to the submerged fermentation for the culturing of microorganisms or for the growth of microorganisms, which are generally used at the industrial levels. So in simple words, solid state fermentation utilizes the media or the nutrients which does not contain free water or which contains moisture in the low concentration, and it is generally used at industrial level for the production of different types of pharmaceutical products as well as different types of food products, cosmetics, fuels and textile. In textile industries also solid state fermentation is utilized. Then why the solid state fermentation process is carried out? There are a number of reasons for using the solid medium for the enrichment or for the culturing of various microorganisms. First point or first important thing why the solid state fermentation is used is it is simple and cost effective. The process can be easily carried out by using solid state fermentation or the solid medium, and for the production of solid medium the cost required is very low. So it is simple and cost effective. Then second point is less effluent is released and reduces the pollution. Now industries in which solid medium is used, this solid medium can be utilized by different types of microorganisms easily, and the waste material remained after the use of solid state fermentation is very low. So the disposal of such content and is very easy, as well as it helps in the reduction of the pollution, or the pollution caused by solid state fermentation process is very low as compared to submerged fermentation. See, whenever we in submerged fermentation what we do, we use liquid medium, so the waste material left or the effluents are left behind in the large quantity, so there are large chances of causing pollution in the environment. Okay, then the third point is aeration is easy, means the passing of air or the passage of oxygen is very easy in the solid state fermentation process. The next point is resembles the natural habitat of some fungi and bacteria. Now whenever we are using solid medium, that media can be easily carried from one place to another, and the natural conditions which are required for the growth of different types of fungi and bacteria can be easily provided at the industrial level for the proper growth of those organisms. Then the next point is solid state fermentation utilizes solid substrate. Thus, nutrient rich waste material can be easily recycled as substrates. Now, whenever we are using solid state medium, in the solid state medium, when we culture any bacteria or fungi, these organisms utilizes the nutrients present in that medium, and the rate of utilization of the medium is so slow that the waste material, after the culturing of the microorganism, the waste material or the remaining medium is very rich in the nutrients. So that medium can be recycled and used again for the culturing of other microorganisms, or it can also be used in the production of other substances like different types of biofertilizers. The next point is substrates are used very slowly and steadily, so the same substrate can be used for the longer fermentation period. As we have discussed earlier, solid medium, what happens, the substrate utilization rate of the microorganism is very slow, so same media can be utilized for the longer time of period. And the last point is solid state fermentation is the best suitable for fermentation technique involving fungi and microorganisms that requires less moisture content. Now the microorganisms which require less water content or less moisture for their growth and development, such type of microorganisms can be easily grown in solid state fermentation technique. Okay. So this was all the points why the solid state fermentation is used. They are simple and cost effective, then the large scale production can be easily carried out in small nutrient content also, then aeration is easily, it causes less pollution, recycling of the media used can be carried out easily. So these are the few points. Then our next technique is submerged fermentation or liquid fermentation. Now submerged fermentation is the technique of cultivation of microorganisms in the liquid broth, which break down the nutrient to release the desired bioactive compound into the solution. Now what happens then here, our microorganisms or the inoculum is submerged or impinged inside the liquid medium. Here we are using directly the broth for the growth of microorganisms, and the microorganisms, what they do, they utilize the nutrients present inside the broth or the liquid medium, and Through the various metabolic processes, they break down those nutrients and convert or release the desired bioactive compound at lab scale as well as at the industrial levels. Now, there may be different types of bioactive compounds like enzymes are there, antibiotics are there, different pharmaceutical products are there. They can be easily released in the liquid broth in the submerged fermentation technique. In this method, selected microorganisms are grown in closed vessels containing a broth rich in nutrient and high concentration of oxygen. Here what happened, the closed fermenter or closed vessel is used in which the proper supply of nutrient is carried out, and then the inoculum is added and proper aeration and agitation is provided so that microorganisms can easily utilize those nutrients and release the different types of bioactive compounds. Now what happens in liquid media? High dilutions are present or the concentration of nutrient is quite less as compared to solid state fermentation. So the nutrients present inside the submerged fermentation or the liquid broth are used rapidly. So there is continuous need of supplying the nutrients at various levels. Then the bacteria which require high concentration of moisture or high water content for their growth are generally grown inside the submerged or liquid broth. Now in the following table, you can see the different types of substrates used in both the types of fermentation technique on the basis of which they are classified. Now first we will see the substrates used in the submerged fermentation. Now here as you know that in submerged fermentation liquid broth is used or the liquid medium is used. So the substrate used are soluble sugars, then molasses which contains high concentration of sugars produced at various industrial levels, then the liquid media or broth. Fruit and vegetable juices can also be used in the submerged fermentation technique, and the sewage or the wastewater which contains high nutrients can also be used as a liquid broth for the growth of different types of microorganisms. So these are the examples of different types of substrates used inside the submerged fermentation technique. And then the substrates used in the solid fermentation or SSF, they may be wheat bran, rice and wheat straws, fruit and vegetable waste, pepper pulp, bagasses, coconut coir or synthetic media. Any nutrient agar may be there or different types of agars which you are using in labs, and the different types of solid waste which contains high amount of nutrients can be used as a solid media for the purpose of solid state fermentation, which enhance the growth of microorganism, ultimately increasing the rate of production of different types of bioactive compounds. So These are all about solid state fermentation and submerged fermentation. Now there are few differences between the solid state fermentation and submerged fermentation that we will see in our next lecture. यहाँ आपको सिर्फ इतना याद रखना है कि सॉलिड स्टेट फर्मेंटेशन में क्या होता है. सॉलिड स्टेट फर्मेंटेशन में हम सॉलिड सबस्ट्रेट यूज करते हैं एज अ न्यूट्रिएंट विच कंटेन्स नो वाटर और वाटर इन लेस कॉन्सेंट्रेशन. ऐसे मीडियम सॉलिड मीडिया हम यूज़ करते फॉर द ग्रोथ ऑफ माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स जिनको उनके ग्रोथ के लिए लेस मॉइस्चर रिक्वायर्ड होता है. इट इज़ यूज्ड बिकॉज सॉलिड मीडिया यूज़ करना आसान होता है, उस पर ज़्यादा माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स ईजिली ग्रो हो सकते हैं. सो वी आर यूजिंग सॉलिड स्टेट फर्मेंटेशन. और सबमर्ज फर्मेंटेशन में हम यहाँ क्या करते हैं, लिक्विड ब्रॉथ यूज़ करते हैं. और लिक्विड ब्रॉथ यूज़ करके हम ऐसे बैक्टीरिया या फिर ऐसे माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म जिनको मॉइस्चर कंटेंट ज़्यादा रिक्वायर्ड होता है उनकी ग्रोथ और मेटाबॉलिक प्रोसेस के लिए, ऐसे बैक्टीरिया हम सबमर्ज्ड फर्मेंटेशन प्रोसेस में या फिर लिक्विड ब्रॉथ यूज़ करके ग्रो करते हैं. सो दैट वो न्यूट्रिएंट्स यूज़ करके हमारा डिज़ायर्ड जो भी प्रोडक्ट हमें प्रोड्यूस करना है, वो फार्मास्यूटिकल प्रोडक्ट होगा, एंटीबायोटिक्स होंगे या फिर कोई एंजाइम्स होंगे, वो हमें इजीली प्रोड्यूस करके दे सकते हैं. सो द डिफरेंसेस वी विल स्टडी इन द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर. थैंक यू.